Devices meant for communication were turned into bombs, exploding in the hands of hundreds of people, many Hezbollah members.
The pager devices that we have been using, all of them are exploding in the guise.
Reports suggest the explosions were caused by high technology targeting pagers, largely used by members of the Iran-backed group. Hospitals are now overwhelmed, struggling to cope with the influx of injured people.
We don't have room anymore in the hospitals. There's more than 400 men here. Their pagers exploded, the ones they use for communication. These are big assassinations, big assassinations.
The Lebanese Health Ministry has issued an urgent call telling people not to use pagers.
Most of the injuries are either in the face, especially the eyes, are in the hand or in the side, the flank, in the abdomen. The patients were reporting that these were the results of a communication device that they had with them that actually exploded.
On the streets, the scale of the attack is clear. Hundreds lying on the floor, bloodied and dazed, seeking help. A Hezbollah official has called this the biggest security breach in its year-long conflict with Israel. Hezbollah has recently switched to using pagers as a more secure alternative after the group's leader Hassan Nasrallah called on his fighters to abandon smartphones, fearing Israel's ability to hack the devices. The switch was meant to enhance security, but it may have created a new weakness. The attack spanned multiple locations across Lebanon, suggesting a coordinated and sophisticated operation. While Israel hasn't commented so far, this comes just hours after it's said to have stopped a Hezbollah attack on its soil. Tuesday's attack in Lebanon is seen as a significant escalation after months of cross-border attacks by Israel and Hezbollah. Aksel, Zaimovic, Al Jazeera.
Funeral services have been held for some of the victims. Dozens of people attended this one for Mahdi Ahmar, the son of Hezbollah Member of Parliament Ali Ahmar. A Hezbollah official says Mahdi was killed when the device he was carrying exploded. He says the sons of two other senior politicians were injured. Now, reports from Syria say members of Hezbollah have also been injured by exploding pagers there. Pro-government media says 11 members of the armed group were critically wounded by blasts on their devices near Damascus. Opposition monitors say another 18 members were injured in Idlib. Al Jazeera's Ali Hashem sent this report from Beirut.
We are in front of the American University Hospital in Beirut, one of tens of hospitals across Lebanon that received people who were killed or injured in what's been known now as the pager attack that targeted the pager devices mostly held by Hezbollah members in Lebanon. According to official numbers, the injured are around 3,000. There's at least 9 people killed till the moment, and a lot of people are injured with dire condition or critical situation. But this reflects also the amount of escalation and tension between the two sides. Maybe this is one of the most sophisticated and multi-layered attacks in the history of this confrontation between Hezbollah and Israel. Israel was able, at least this is what Hezbollah is accusing Israel of doing, was able to infiltrate the supply chain of Hezbollah and hitting one of the main layers, the layer of command and control, which is very sensitive to Hezbollah, especially in the situation of this wide-range confrontation that's been going on for the last 11 months. Now, many people are anticipating how Hezbollah is going to retaliate to this attack and whether this is going to have an impact on the border between Lebanon and Israel, as Israel is preparing to announce Lebanon's front as one of the main objectives of this war. From Beirut, Ali Hashem, Al Jazeera.
Well, let's take a closer look at what we know about the pagers. Pictures from the scene initially suggested that they were made by the Taiwanese company Gold Apollo, but the firm's founder now says the devices were made by a European company which had the right to use its branding. The pagers are designed to receive and display text messages. They use very high-frequency signals similar to FM radio and are harder to infiltrate than mobile phones, which can reveal locations. Analysts say small explosives may have been installed in the devices before they were delivered to Hezbollah. Elijah Magnier is a military and political analyst. He explained how the pagers were compromised in what he called a major state operation.
For Hezbollah investigation team is very clear. There is an explosive of type of piton that has been embedded with the pager electronic circuit, showing an advanced level of technical expertise and the involvement of a state-level intelligence agency. The shipment was on its way, not directly to Lebanon, because it's forbidden for Lebanon to receive this kind of devices, and stopped on a harbor nearby for 3 months. And according to the investigation, that was enough time for the Israelis to plant the explosive that is very highly explosive material. We're talking about piton that is very sensitive, and it's immediately reactive to closed circuit trigger. And the way the Israeli did it is they've sent the message to the pagers, and with the message there were error, 3 times error. And so people needed to look at it, and the Weber started vibrating, and the pager exploded. This is why more than 300 people lost both hands, and many others lost 1 eye or 2 eyes. 150 lost part of their stomach, and all the others were relatively injured, and some of them severely injured. So we know now that for sure from the pager that did not explode, because there were thousands unexploded, others that burned, and there were some failure in the trigger system of the pager, and that allowed the investigators to reconnect the dots and understand how this happened.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.